Вы часто это слышали. А еще, что будет тяжело, что будущему нужны только одаренные. И даже, что у вас ничего не получится. Они это серьезно? Мы уверены, каждый человек талантлив от природы. Потому что ваш успех – наша цель. В университете НИТУ-МИСИС мы не только создаем условия для получения качественного образования, но и развиваем ваш личностный и творческий потенциал. Мы готовим ученых и инженеров будущего, лидеров цифровой экономики, делая акцент на всестороннее развитие и формирование гибких навыков. У вас у всех огромный потенциал, и чтобы реализовать его, вы получите доступ к участию в высокотехнологичных проектах, современным лабораториям и центрам, лучшим онлайн-курсам со всего мира, стажировкам в вузах Германии, Франции, Испании, США, Японии и других стран. Мы сотрудничаем с более чем 1600 ведущими компаниями России и мира, где наши студенты смогут найти работу своей мечты. Мы постоянно думаем, как сделать вашу студенческую жизнь еще насыщеннее и ярче. В НИТУ-МИСИС вы будете одержимы наукой, творчеством, саморазвитием, а мы одержимы вашим успехом.
Всем привет! Очень рада видеть всех в этом зале и всех, кто смотрит нас в прямой трансляции. Меня зовут Елена Пантелеева, от лица Национального центра промышленного дизайна и инноваций 2050 Lab рада приветствовать вас 29 июня в Международный день промышленного дизайна. Здесь есть те, кто с нами был в прошлом году и кто уже воспринимает этот праздник как свой профессиональный. Сегодня мы будем говорить о дизайне, о тех людях, которые его создают, придумывают, о тех людях, которые хотят изменить мир к лучшему. Мы будем говорить с мэтрами, и мы увидим молодое поколение. Сегодня произойдет защита проектов конкурса Design Challenge, индустриальным партнером которого является компания МТС. И, конечно же, поскольку мы международная конференция, поскольку Национальный центр промышленного дизайна и инноваций является членом World Design Organization, мы начинаем нашу сегодняшнюю конференцию с приветствия от этой организации. Ролик, который вы сейчас увидите, он уникален. Он создан специально и только для вас, и в нем приняли участие дизайнеры и профессионалы в сфере дизайна разных возрастов и разных национальностей, но их всех объединяет одно. Они все говорят о том, как дизайн улучшает мир. Итак, World Design Organization в эфире.
Hello, my name is David Kusuma, President of the World Design Organization, also known as WDO. Those of you who have been connected to the World Design Organization will know that WDO is a network of design organizations and has been promoting design for a better world, using UN Sustainable Development Goals as a guideline to use design as a driving force and as a catalyst in finding solutions towards major global challenges and social improvements. This year, 2022, marks WDO's 65th anniversary, and we are totally focused on leadership by design. On the topic of design for a higher quality of life, there's so many areas that we can address, and these include poverty, food, health, education, gender equality, water, energy, climate, labor, and today even peace and justice. Now, because we don't have time to address all of these topics, for this presentation we will focus specifically on 4 themes. These 4 are technology, health, sustainability, and society. So the first theme is technology, and that is that design should adapt and should drive the integration of R&D and technology to make them more useful and more beneficial for people. Our speed of communication, it continues to increase, with 5G transforming how we connect with each other. According to a recent forecast by Ericsson, over the next year or two, 75% of the world's population will have access to internet, and it's going to need to support an estimated 29 billion connected devices everywhere around the world. So this is over 3 times the human population. Wi-Fi 6, on the other hand, promises to also hugely increase internet access, especially in high traffic areas, without creating a drain on your battery life. The fourth industrial revolution, or otherwise known as Industry 4.0, it predicts that there will continue to be rapid changes to technology, to manufacturing, and even changes in society. And this is due to more and faster interconnectivity and smart automation. A recent study by McKinsey Global Institute mentions that 20% of the global workforce could be impacted by the adoption of AI and automation. So for sure, it will have a significant effect on the future of how we do our work. So artificial intelligence has already embedded itself into our daily lives. There was a concern when it first emerged back in the 1950s that intelligent robotics and automation might someday replace humans in the workforce. But today, it's thought of more as a tool to help us extend our capabilities, to accomplish our work, and improve our quality of life.
Hello, my name is Thomas Garvey, and I'm President-elect of the World Design Organization. The second theme is healthy living. Design can have a significant influence on healthy lifestyles and behaviors. More than ever before, people everywhere in the world want to become healthy in their daily lives and in all of their activities. This includes how we eat, how we take care of ourselves, and how we exercise and seek fitness. But it also includes areas such as personal care, beauty, nutrition, weight management, medicines, and other lifestyle specializations. The Global Wellness Institute completed a recent study indicating that the global health and wellness market is larger than $3.5 trillion US. It is today 3 times larger than the worldwide pharmaceutical industry. Design will be called upon to provide new services and products in health and wellness, which is expected to grow continuously. Quality of life also requires having access to great health care. With an aging population around the world, access to healthcare is more important every day. Yet many people find healthcare to be unaffordable, inaccessible, and sometimes out of reach. Reflecting on all of this together, let's work through design to develop better solutions for health for all of us as we progress together into the future.
Hello, I'm Sertaç Ersayin, Treasurer of World Design Organization. The third theme is on sustainability. Design can lead sustainability initiatives which are extremely impactful. With the world's limited resources, there is significant effort being placed on designers to design sustainable products. The Global Footprint Network, which monitors the health of the Earth by looking at its ability to recover from overproduction and overconsumption, tells us that by the year 2050, we will need 2.3 times the Earth to maintain our current depletion of resources. If we don't change our behaviors, the world will face huge scarcity in the near future. As humans, we take for granted all of the resources that we utilize on this planet. But there can be no quality of life if there is no more planet. So we need to take the opportunity to address more responsible use of our world's natural resources. We need to maintain this planet for the next generations to come. The time to act is now, and the designers have a huge role to play in the conservation of precious resources. All of us must contribute to shape a world that we will our next generation to survive and to thrive.
The fourth theme is focused on building society, a necessary hallmark in designing for a higher quality of life. Design can indeed play a big role in social reform and social justice. Today, the design profession has a great opportunity to engage in solving problems and as a tool for social improvement. WDO has been engaged closely with the UN Women to help create design solutions that solve violence against women and girls. How can we stop violence before it happens, and how can design be used to influence positive behavioral change? Most of the solutions focus on designing environments and experiences to bring about positive behavior. These are not common issues for designers to work on, but as more designers become engaged in solving uncommon problems, we can truly achieve our objective of design for a better world. Focusing on good design policy can also help establish good practices and human development for people around the world. There is a lot of work to do to solve vast inequalities, injustice, physical abuses, and violence. Designing for a higher quality of life must ensure safety and everyone's right to happiness. As David mentioned earlier, these are 4 themes that relate to how design can play a leading role in achieving a higher quality of life. Of course, there are many more themes, so now let's hear what other prominent young designers and members of the World Design Organization have to say about designing for a higher quality of life.
Design is a superpower. It allows us to collaborate along with multiple other backgrounds, from engineering to business to legal to government, and bring everybody into a room to uncover that true opportunity, that true problem that's holding us back. And then it allows us to ideate and come up with solutions that might be unseen, might be unfelt, but when they are implemented, when they are brought to life, everyone's life starts to improve. And that's how we start to see that higher quality of life, those social improvements that maybe weren't obvious, but were much needed. And design has that ability to empathize not only with our end user, with the people who are going to be having that quality of life, but also with the back end, with the people who are going to be able to provide that, the people who are sometimes seen as the blockers.
Hi everyone, I am Alexa Debra and I'm joining you from West Africa, Ghana. As a designer, I must say that design has so many potentials. Design can be used in the area of innovation, entrepreneurship, and leadership to transform policies in our local communities, and in particular, Africa. I must say that to make it an integral part of our society, design needs to be integrated into our educational curriculum, such that design is seen as a process, as a mindset, and as a culture. Culture, as we all know, is a way in which people live, and therefore if design becomes part of our culture, then we are putting design in the hands of people, which is emancipatory. They will then begin to be able to solve local complex problems using design's mindset, the process, and the culture, so that it can design for the greater good of society and enhance the quality of life.
Whenever asked this question of how can design improve quality of life, I kind of want to put it against the words of William Gibson, a futurist, who said, the future is already here, it's just not equally distributed. And I think quality of life is already here, but it's just not equally distributed. Especially from a South African context, the inequality of access and resources is so apparent that as designers, we work repetitively towards and against the systemic oppressions of apartheid, and trying to put solutions forward that is inclusive, that is equitable, and that brings forward shared desired futures by collective and collaborative approaches across disciplinary domains.
When design is implemented into our daily lives, into our tools, into our systems, into our transportation, our economy, everything in our daily life, is when things are meant to be useful for us humans. What do I mean by this? When things are thought in some way to be useful, to work some way, let's say a transportation system, when a transportation system is thought to be working in some way, it is by design. The choice were made because a designer thought of this in some way or another. That's how design can improve our quality of life and has improved our quality of life over centuries.
And so I love design because it allows you to take a step back and do what or rather go to where I love calling a balcony, have a balcony moment, and together with the community, and you're able to see the problem from their end. So then as you make the solution, it's well in tune with their needs, meaning that you don't have to come back again to, redesign or to all together do away with that work and then start another work that is now more in tune with their needs. It means that you're able to create meaningful products, meaningful and relevant products, saving you money and saving you time, saving you energy to focus all of these resources on other social improvement projects.
The practice of design involves the generation of products, services, systems, experiences, and interactions. It's the exploration of the unknown and the predilection to ask why things exist. When asked the question of how design can improve quality of life, it speaks to a fundamental value within designers to understand wicked problems, explore new ways of thinking, and create tangible action that is not only functional, but sustainable, delightful, and aspirational. Design can improve quality of life through our constant desire to understand who we are designing for. Whether working through communities, governments, different specialties in knowledge, or individuals, we can combine co-design, collaboration, and creative curiosity to create action through partnership and not infliction. Design is the balance between craft, creativity, research, and collaboration to not only understand how something can be made, but why does it need to be made, what purpose will it fulfill, and who we are designing for.